Now, welcome along, everyone on YouTube. Welcome along on Facebook. Martin, Tony, Gomax, too fine. So, very welcome along. Friday's chair gym. I'll leave this workout from the chair. Just make sure you have plenty of space. Might have a bottle of water, and also maybe just to have a window open as it is getting a little bit warmer. So, final consideration: just not to participate in this session if you're feeling well on the day. Remember, with all the movements, just work in a range that's comfortable for you. If there's any movement that causes any pain, just stop with that particular exercise. So I'm going to guide you through a warm-up into an aerobic style workout, and then I will take a little bit of time just to cool us down for our Friday session. So tipping in past 2, let's begin the workout and get ourselves started. So we'll check in with the shoulders first. I'm just sitting nice and tall on that chair. I'm just going to take a very gentle or controlled shrug of those shoulders to begin. We'll just check in. Sylvia, afternoon. So that's good. We have everything working on Facebook and everything working on YouTube. Perfect. So I always just like to begin with the shoulders. Just very simple actions, shoulder rolls, shrug, any kind of movement at all, just checking in first. Okay. Now from that position, I'm just going to lift the elbows up and just draw nice big circles. Those shoulders just going backwards now, just creating a little bit of movement. And then from that position, bring the arms across the chest, open up nice and wide, and then return back in. So open up wide, and then back in. So I'm just centering myself a little bit better for the camera there. Open up nice and wide, and then relax the arms back in. Just a really nice movement. Just opening up everything here. One more time, and back down, okay? From that position, want to bring the hands together. You'll see the elbows raised. Rotate the body to the right and then over to the left. And again, just making sure plenty of space as I rotate, just not hitting into the wall behind or anything like that. Just side, side. And just that nice rotation, right and left. And back in. Okay, now from here, just going to start reaching, just going to move in a couple of different directions. Just loosening out through the shoulders here. Just reaching up overhead or as high as comfortable. From there, I'm just going to reach across the body, side to side, just stretch across. Again, just opening up through the shoulder. Okay, from there, just reaching down towards the floor. And then just straightening back up and just reaching directly to the sides. Just working all these different ranges, different angles. Just seeing how that pattern feels. And then finally, just going to take it forward and pull back. Just reaching out in front and just pulling back. And back in. So from there, I'm just going to take hands together again, elbows up, and just rotate side to side, right and left. And we'll just see if that position maybe has opened up a little bit more this second time. Just side to side. Just think working through the upper body here. And you might like to come a little bit away from the back of the chair for a movement like this. Just so you're not kind of rigid, stuck to the back of the chair. There is that space for a little bit of movement and rotation. Once more. And back in. Okay, moving down the body next. Just going to start off lightly kicking the legs out. Again, just a little bit of movement here. Just to lightly kick those legs out. Now, from there, just taking it into a march. Just getting the knees up. And then just opening out to the sides, just a nice big step. I always just like to open up, work through the hips a little bit. And then again, just kicking the legs out. Left, right, left. Just getting all the body switched on and moving. And then we'll take it back into our march, getting those knees up. And then again, just going to open those legs out, just stepping side to side. Okay, now our next action, just going to tap the heels out to the sides. I'm just stretching across, slight angle out towards the sides, guiding the heel towards the floor. Marie in Ballybrack, very welcome along on YouTube there. And then pointing toes to the floor. Okay, so again, just opening up those legs. Now guiding or pointing those toes towards the floor. Okay, just take it in. Just want to bring the feet up. Just slightly kick those legs up and down. Just kicking the legs up and down. And back down, okay? Just to take the right foot up, might lightly hold on to the knee. Just checking in there. Francis, very welcome along. Afternoon. Great to have you with us. Just want to hold on to that knee and draw nice big circles with the toes of your right foot. Now, I'll always say this one about just taking it nice and slow. And they really do just like to slow this one down. It's very easy, I find, to just kind of swing the foot without much control. If I can slow this movement right down and draw those nice big circles. I then reverse and change direction. Again, just continuing to draw those nice big circles with the toes of my foot. From there, I'll change direction, or change foot rather, over to the left foot. Again, I just like to lightly grasp hold of the knee and just starting to draw nice big circles with the toes of my left foot. So just drawing those nice big circles. Again, just creating some movement here, just opening up through the ankle. And then if I reverse back the opposite way, again, just continuing those nice big circles here. And back in. Okay, so that's our warm-up complete. I'm going to take us into our blocks of work. I'm going to work each movement for about 60 seconds. If you need to slow it down or stop before that time, it's absolutely fine. So I'm going to put my clock on just to guide me a little bit here. And we're going to start off. So movement number 1, I just want to work the shoulders here. So just sit up nice and tall, make sure there's plenty of space. Raise the arms in front and then open them out to the sides and back down. Go up, out to the sides, back in front and down. So just up, out and back down. We'll just continue with that pattern of movement. Yeah, I'm just going to think about switching on, connecting with the shoulders, raising those arms in front and opening out to the sides. If you find in any way difficult, maybe one side at a time. So if there was one side that was a little bit tighter, a little bit stiff, might just simply work it one arm at a time. And that's absolutely fine. We'll just continue with the 2 if that feels good. And again, just connecting, working through the shoulders with this particular movement. And go, last couple of seconds. And then one more time. And down. So just relax the arms down. Next movement. I'm going to keep it nice and light between the feet. Lift the right knee and press the leg. And lift the left knee. Press the leg. So I just want you to work side to side, lift the knee, press the leg. Just nice light action, one side to the next. Just want you to keep the feet and the legs moving on this one. Don't want you to kind of jar the movement out or push it too fast. Just a nice lift in the knee and then a nice smooth press out in front. Again, just switching, alternating side to side. Lift the knee and press with the leg. I'm just working at a pace I can maintain here. Not too fast, but equally not so light that I don't feel anything either. Just somewhere in between. Last couple of seconds. And I'm back in. So we're going to work the shoulders next, and I'm going to add a little movement of the feet in as well. Hands to the side of the head. I'm going to press the arms up overhead, and at the same time, just going to tap a heel out in front. Okay, so I'm just going to tap the heel and press overhead. If you find there's any kind of issue overhead, feels very tight or stiff, just want you to push straight in front instead. And just continuing to combine that with a nice heel tap out in front. So directly overhead or out in front, and you're just tapping the alternate heel out in front as well. Just working between those two positions. Feeling good connection around the shoulders. Gets a little bit tired, just drop the arms for a couple and keep those feet moving, tapping the heels out in front. And once more, and down. Going to return back to those knee lifts with press. And we're going to go straight in. So reset, lift the right knee, press, lift the left knee, press. Let's just work side to side, lift the knee and press the leg. Again, just keep a little control. I don't want you to push that leg out that it feels uncomfortable. Just a good lift. And just a nice smooth push out in front of that leg. Knee up and press. Okay, so this will finish the first round. If everything feels okay with these movements, I'm just going to guide you straight in to this same circuit. If there was any movement you found particularly difficult, just take note of that. Slow the pace down for anything you need. Or if, for example, that shoulder press was uncomfortable, maybe pushing it in front the next time. But otherwise, let's just go back into our first movement, okay? Back to the start. Reset, nice and upright. Arms in front, out to the side, and back down. Okay? In front, side, and back down. Just reversing. So we'll just keep going. Again, I'm just working those shoulders. I raise the arms in front, and I open out to the sides. Again, I'm just getting a nice connection with the shoulders. And if you find this one a little bit tired, maybe the arm or shoulder feels a little bit heavy, I might just work one arm at a time instead. And hopefully just by going through this the second round, you can really explore the movements and hopefully just get a really good connection. So really feeling nice around the shoulders with this one, just generally in the upper body. I'm just going to take that twice more to finish. And one last time. And back down. Okay? Back to those legs. Set up, comfortable. Lift the knee. Press forward. Lift the knee. Press forward. So just swap side to side. And again, just want you to keep those legs moving. Lifting the knee and just pressing with the leg. Just that nice swap side to side. Lift the knee. Press with the leg. Again, just keep a little bit of control. Nice smooth lift. And then a nice smooth press. Just working it side to side. As I say, about 60 seconds, not absolutely strict, particularly as we change side one movement to the next, but roughly 60 seconds per action. Okay, last couple of seconds, lift the knee and press with the leg. And back in, okay, taking it into our next movement pattern. Shoulder press, so the hands are the side of my head. I press directly overhead and I'll just tap one heel out. Tap the heel, press the arms. Again, if that pattern isn't comfortable, not liking this one, just pushing out in front instead. Okay? And just combining it with a little bit of movement of the feet, tapping the heel, and a nice strong press. So in this position, I'm going to feel those shoulders really switched on. If it just doesn't feel comfortable, you can just work out from that chest instead. And so every movement, just picking a range that feels comfortable and good to you. Last couple of seconds. And back down. Okay, just finishing out with the legs again. I want you to lift your right knee and press the leg. Lift the left knee, press the leg. So just one more time. Lift the knee and a nice smooth press. So just working through those legs now. And this will finish our first circuit of work. And then I'll introduce us to a couple of new exercises. So we'll change it up very shortly. Lift the knee and a nice press with that leg. Again, just think a pace that you can sustain, so not so fast that I need to stop, but equally with a little intensity, you can feel yourself a little bit of challenge throughout the movements. Let's go, last couple of seconds. Time it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Just want you to lightly rock the feet forward and back. Just going to bring my clock back in and set that up for the next round. So just lightly rock the feet forward and back. Okay, take a little breather there. Just catch your breath. See how that feels. If everything feels good, just going to set us up into our next round of movement very shortly. So I'll set up a couple of new exercises. Similar idea, just work for about 60 seconds per action. And if you need to stop before that, it's absolutely fine. And we'll explore each movement for 2 rounds. So let's begin. First movement, I want you to work. Okay, I want to bring the hands up. I'm going to clench those hands. I want you to pull the toes of the right foot back and punch. Toes of left foot back, punch. So right, left. So just working through one side at a time. Sorry, my clock didn't start. Here we go. Punch with the arm and pull back with the leg. Just alternating side to side. You might notice again, I'll sit forward slightly in the chair. If I was really tight to the back of that chair, I mightn't have much space to work in. Maybe it'll be okay, but I might just sit forward a little bit. For me, that just feels good in this position. Pull the leg back and punch with the arm. I'm working right, and left. When I punch out with that arm, I'll just keep a slight bend in the elbow. I'm not too harsh or too aggressive as I punch that arm out. Just going to continue for a couple of seconds. And back in. Okay, next movement. Just going to sit back comfortable. Might get a little bit tiring on the leg and you might feel around the hip for this next one. I'm going to work through the right leg first. Lift the foot up. And I want you to guide that leg forward in circles. So leg circles. Just guiding that leg forward in circles in a continuous loop. I'd always say not to rush this one. So if I go really fast here, I'm just going to run out of steam very quickly. I just want to work at a more moderate pace that I can sustain here. And around that hip, leg might start to get a little bit tired on this one. Again, a lot of movement, control from that hip, and just guiding that right leg forward in circles. Might even like to hold on to the side of the chair. If this gets really tiring, just set the foot down, take a couple of seconds, return when you feel ready. Okay, and I'll time it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay. Next, we want to bring the hands up again, and then we want to work opposite sides. Right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. So how it looks, pull the foot back and punch, opposite sides. Right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Pull the foot back, toes to the floor, and punch out with the arm. And then I continue. So a little bit of coordination. You know, I like to always slot that in. Just think opposite sides working together here. Pull the leg back and just punch out with the arm. And just switching nicely from one side to the next. Last couple of seconds. And then back in. Okay. I'm going to work the leg circles through the left. Again, this one is a little bit tiring. I do shave a little bit of time off. I know this one gets tough. Just make sure you're comfortable. Elevate the foot. You might like to hold on to the side of the chair, the arms of the chair. And I just begin pushing the leg forward in circles. Again, just take note, I'm not going to rush this one and go really fast because that leg will just get very tired very fast if I do. Just nice, controlled, pushing forward in circles. Just keeping that left leg moving. This will finish off our first round. I'm going to work through these same actions the second time. So again, just note if there's anything in this second round that you want to slow down a little bit, you want to take back a step. Absolutely fine to do that. If everything feels good, we'll just push through into one more round. We'll just work this one another couple of seconds. Count down, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand down. So I expect that hip to feel a little bit tired on that one. Not so you're absolutely right if you do feel a little bit of tiredness there. So let's reset. Sit forward a little bit in the chair, nice and upright, hands up, work through the right, then through the left. Foot back and punch with the arms. So just working right, then left. So just working through the one side at a time. Just curl the leg back, pointing your toes to the floor, and just punching out with the arm. Right, and left. Hopefully maybe as well now this second round, a bit more of a feel of the actions, maybe a little bit more fluid with some of these motions. As I always say, part of the challenge is the coordination, so we're not worried if we go a little bit off with these a little bit. I certainly will at times. Just working right, left. Last couple of seconds. And back in. Okay, so those leg circles one more time. Again, just sit comfortable. Elevate that right foot. When ready, start pushing that leg forward in circles. Like on a bike, but just with the right leg. Okay, just nice and smooth, keeping that foot up off the floor. And again, just not to rush this one, because as it goes on, it does become quite tiring. Especially around that hip, leg might start to feel a little bit heavy as well. Otherwise, we'll keep it moving, pushing that leg forward in circles. I often say with these, it's best not to know the time, just to keep working, providing that feels okay. The last thing you want to hear me say is there's 50 seconds left or something like that. Well, I assure you there isn't. Okay, so let's time it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Next action, reset. Nice and tall, hands up, opposite sides. Right arm, left foot, left arm, right foot. Curl the foot back, toes to the floor, and just punch out with the arm. Opposite sides. Again, just that little bit of coordination here. Opposite arm and leg. Leg pull, curls back, pointing toes to floor, and just that nice punch with the arm. Again, you can see deep concentration just to keep this on track. I'm not worried if we go a little bit off a couple of times on this one. And back in, okay? I'm going to finish out leg circles on the left. So again, just reset, make sure you're nice and comfortable. When ready, elevate that left foot. I like to hold on to the side of the chair and just guide that foot forward in circles. Just in a continuous loop, forward in circles. Like I'm on a bike, just pushing through that left leg. So this will finish off our second little circuit of work. And then I'll introduce us into 1/3 and final block of work. But I promise there'll be no more of these leg circles. You can certainly start feeling those hips getting a little bit tired with this action. I think 2 weeks ago on we had the full bike. Might return to that the next day. Okay, so just keep it moving. I'll time it down very shortly. Keeping that left leg moving. And we'll time it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay. So from there, Just want you to lightly rock the feet forward and back. Just take a little breather, catch your breath, and rock those feet forward and back. I'm going to pause that clock for a second, and I'm going to introduce you into one third and final block of movement, just working in the same way. So again, if you need to stop and take a little pause at any point, do. Otherwise, I'll just introduce us into this third and final block of work. Same format, similar kind of times, and again, just working at a pace that's comfortable for you. So let's begin. Okay, clock is back on. Yep, and let's start. Okay, so first, what I want to do is just bring the hands towards each other, elbows up, and I just want to draw the elbows back. Okay. So I'm just looking to get a little connection, a little squeeze between the shoulders. So just a nice kind of postural movement here. Just draw those elbows back. You'll notice I'm not letting the elbows drop. I'm just keeping them roughly at shoulder height. Might be slightly below, but roughly shoulder height. Just drawing those elbows back. Get a nice squeeze, nice connection between the shoulders here. Just going to work this. Another couple of seconds. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next action, just a little challenge, just a little something different. I might show you this from the side. I want to elevate the legs. I want you to slowly drop the right foot down. Once that heel feels the floor, straight up. Slowly lower left leg, heel feels floor, straight up. So just continue, keeping the legs out, and just an alternate slow drop of the leg. Okay, so I don't want to just drop the leg, I want to slowly down, back up. Once I feel the floor, slowly down, back up. Just a little different. Just give a little bit of tension through those legs. Slowly drop the foot down, back up. Slowly down, back up. Now I really should have turned the other way where I have the clock behind me, because we don't want to do this one for 3 minutes, but I will check. Okay, we'll keep it going. Keep the legs out, slowly down, back up. Slowly down, back up. But once that heel feels the floor, I'm going straight back up with the leg. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back up. Okay. Next action. A little bit of coordination, and again, just a really nice upper body postural movement, a little bit of coordination. What I want to do is draw the right arm back, like an arrow, and then draw the left arm back. One arm opens to the side, one arm pulls directly back. So you'll see one hand pulls back, one arm opens to the side. One arm back, one arm opens to the side. I'll not rush this one, just take my time with this one. One arm back, one arm opens to the side. And I just swap each time. Pull back, one hand, open the other arm to the side. Work another couple of seconds. And then once more each side. And down. Okay, next action. I might just turn to the side briefly again. I want to imagine your toes are glued, stuck to the floor. And all I can do is lift one heel up at a time. So see how the knees lift up and down there? My toes are stuck to the floor and the heels just lift up and down. So if I can march on the spot, but all I can do is lift those heels up. So the toes are stuck to the ground and the heels lift up and down. So a heel pump, up, down, up, down, up, down. One heel is always off the floor, one heel is always down. And just keep it moving. It's like I'm stuck on the spot. All I can do is lift those heels one at a time. It might start easy enough and then might get a little bit more tiring as you go along. So let's just finish out about 10 seconds. And then I'm going to bring us straight back into that little circuit of work again, back to the first movement. Anything that you're not liking there, anything you need to change, just to take it back a little bit if you need. Okay, so I'm going to return. I'm going to go back to our first movement. I'm going to bring the hands towards each other, clenched hands, and just draw the elbows back. It's nice, smooth, push back. Again, so I'm doing a nice squeeze between the shoulders. Just draw those elbows back. And hopefully just a nice feeling with this movement. I don't need to rush this one. Just think more about getting a nice feeling, getting a little squeeze between the shoulders, and just generally if a little bit tight, a little bit stiff around the upper body, this might be a nice kind of motion. Just nice, controlled, pull back with the elbows. Just push back, nice squeeze. It's going to work about 10 seconds. And once more, and down. Okay, we're going to work those leg drops. So we're going to straighten the legs out, keeping the feet up. Slowly lower one foot down, back up, and then through the opposite side. So once the heel touches the floor, straight back up. So my resting position is out in front. I drop one leg slowly. Once I feel contact with the floor, straight back up. And just think about even a little bit of tension through those legs for this one. Heel down, straight up, heel down, and back up. And I want you to think about controlling this one, not just rapidly drop the leg. See how kind of slow and controlled I can drop the leg, particularly as I start to get a bit tired on this one. Down, and up. It's going to work another couple of times on each side. Slowly down, back up, slowly down, back up. And once more, each leg. And rest down, okay? Back to our arrow pullbacks. What I want you to do is just pull one hand back, open the other arm to the side, and then swap. I think this is one best really just to show. A little bit of a mouthful to try and explain this one, but I just draw one arm back and open the other arm to the side. One arm pulls back, one arm opens out to the side. And again, I just think a nice connection, a nice feeling around the upper body, around the shoulders here. And no need to rush this one. Just a nice steady pace. One arm back, one arm opens to the side. And you just swap each and every time. And again, just a lovely connection around the upper body, around those shoulders. One more time. And down. I'm going to finish with those heel pumps. Again, your toes are stuck, they're glued to the floor. Lift one heel and then the other heel. So we'll see one up at a time. And it's like I'm stuck on the spot. Just marching, all I can do is lift the heels and keeping those toes very much stuck to the floor. So one heel up at a time and keeping those toes stuck to the floor. So let's keep it moving. One up, one down, one up, one down. And just keeping those legs moving, one heel up. Again, we'll finish this one out. Might get a little connection back of those lower legs. Just trying to keep those toes stuck to the floor, heels up, one at a time. Last couple of seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Okay. So hopefully that was enjoyable and a little bit of challenge, those circuits of work. What I'm going to do now is just take us into a couple of movements, just spend a little bit of time relaxing down, particularly maybe after a couple of workouts this week. So we're just going to slow it down now, and we're just about returning the body back to rest now for a couple of minutes. So first action, just reset, comfortable in your chair, sip water if you need. I'm just going to straighten that right leg out, and then just through the left. Just a nice light extension out in front. Little pause, and then back down. Just a couple of nice light actions here. Next time, I want to keep the right leg out. Point the toes forward. And then pull the toes back towards yourself. Pointing the toes forward again. Pull back. And then one more time. Point the toes forward. And pull back. And rest. Swaps out side. Left leg out. Point those toes forward and away. Pull back. Point forward. Pull back. And one last time. Point the toes forward. and pull back. Okay. Next action, just want to take a good big lift to that right knee. Hold for a couple of seconds. And then back down. Lift that left knee up. Just a little hold. Back down. Open that right leg out to the side. Again, just feel a little stretch around that inner thigh. Hold for a couple of seconds. Back in. Open up that left leg. Step out to the side. Just want you to hold. And back in. Just want to go through that process again. Right knee up. Hold. So kind of connecting with the hip as well on these movements. Back down. Left knee up. Just hold. A couple of seconds. Back down. Open that right leg out to the side. And nice stretch. Return. And then open that left leg. Back in. So just really breaking it down. Just going to go through that pattern once more. Right knee up. Hold a couple of seconds. Back down. Left knee. Up. Back down. Open that right leg out to the side. Back in. And then open that left leg out to the side. And back in. Okay, perfect. Now, just want to move it up a little bit. Next, we'll check in with the shoulders. So the first movement, just going to go with our circles here. Arms by my side. Sit nice and tall. Just going to draw those shoulders backwards. A nice big range movement here. Just showing that briefly in standing. Just to show you that motion. From the side angle. It's just nice big circles. Roll the shoulders back. Change direction. Now we'll guide those shoulders forward in circles. And then I'll take it back in. Just to bring hands together now. You'll see the elbows up. Just want to rotate over to the right. Very similar to the warm-up, but now I want you to pause for a couple of seconds. And then take it over to the left. Again, just to rotate over to the right. Over to the left. Over to the right. And left. And once more in each direction. And back. Perfect. Now, just taking those arms out. Just want you to raise the hands up. So see how I just open up from the wrist. My palms are faced up. And then I want you to reverse. So now I go in the opposite way. Now the palms are faced back towards me. So just moving from the wrists. Hands up. Back down. Hands up. Back down. And reset. Just taking those hands up. Clench, close the fingers all. Clenched in hand. And then spread out open. So separate all those fingers. Just close in. Open, spread apart. Close in. Open, spread apart. Twice more. And once more. Okay. I'm just going to bring those arms across chest. Just check in there. Very welcome, Mark Marie. No problem. Very welcome, Sylvia. Pat, all very welcome. Next, I want to open up those arms. And again, I just want to hold for a couple of seconds here. Just a nice open position. Think about opening up that chest, a little squeeze between those shoulder blades. And just relax back in. So just really relax with this movement. Spend a little bit of time with it. Open the arms out. Hold. Back in. Just going to go that 3 more times. Open up nice and wide. I'm just going to go twice more. And then one last time. And back in. Okay, just reset back into the chair. So I'm just going to finish up very briefly with some head movements and also just breathing. Just when it comes to the head, I always repeat this message, but keep it really slow and gentle with the head. I just don't want any kind of sudden twists or turns. When it comes to stretching the neck, moving with the head, just keep it really light, really simple. That would always be my instruction here. So very gently, just looking up towards the ceiling and then slowly down towards the floor. So I don't want to shoot up down really rapidly. Slowly up and down, and then I'll just gently turn over to the right. Not worried about the ranges, I just slowly explore them, not needing to force anything too far. Again, just slowly over to the right, and then slowly over to the left. And back in. So finish out a little bit of breathing now. And I'm just going to keep this really simple. Inhale, and then take a couple of seconds to exhale. Okay, so just in. Nice, slow, controlled exhale. Just relaxing the body down. Just going twice more. One last time. Okay, so that concludes our Friday workout. Hopefully feeling good after the workout. We'll be back tomorrow with our mobility and stretch, and then we have a full schedule next week. So have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in to the workout, and thanks for all the comments along the way. So well done, everyone on Facebook, and also to everyone on YouTube. Have a great weekend. Very welcome, Martina. Great work, everyone. Falter out, Martin. Very welcome. Well done, Marie. Great work.